The case of the Saturday Night Strangler in Swansea. In the summer of 1973, the peaceful coastal city of Swansea in Wales was suddenly plunged into horror. The familiar streets, where young people often gathered to have fun, became a source of dread as 3 teenage girls vanished one after another in the dead of night. This tragic story not only shook the local community, but also led to the largest manhunt in Welsh police history, spanning nearly 3 decades before the truth was revealed through modern technology. It all began on the evening of Saturday, July 14, 1973. Sandra Newton, a lively 16-year-old girl, had spent the evening with her boyfriend in Swansea. Around 1 a.m. on Sunday, she decided to walk home, a distance of about 8 kilometers. Back then, hitchhiking was a common practice for young people in rural areas. But Sandra never made it home. Her worried family reported her missing to the police, and 2 days later, her body was found in a drainage ditch near the village of Landersea. The police concluded that she had encountered a perpetrator while trying to hitch a ride. Just 2 months later, the horror repeated itself. On Sunday morning, September 16th, the bodies of Geraldine Hughes and Pauline Floyd, 2 close friends also aged 16, were discovered in a forest near the town of Swansea, about 11 kilometers from where Sandra was found. The night before, the pair had enjoyed dancing at the famous top-ranked nightclub in Swansea, then chose to hitchhike home late at night. The Swansea community was in panic. The press dubbed the perpetrator the Saturday Night Strangler, based on the timing and method of the incidents. Parents began forbidding their children from going out late, and the once free atmosphere of the city was replaced by suspicion and fear. The South Wales police immediately launched the largest investigation to date, involving over 700 officers. They interviewed more than 35,000 people, went door to door collecting statements, and analyzed every possible clue, from tire tracks to fabric fibers. Investigators believed the same person was responsible for all 3 cases. But the technology of the time was limited. DNA analysis didn't exist yet, relying only on witness accounts and rudimentary physical evidence. Despite relentless efforts, the case gradually reached a dead end. For the families of Sandra, Geraldine, and Pauline, the unanswered pain was an unhealing wound. The community tried to move on, but the shadow of the unsolved crimes haunted Swansea for years. Nearly 30 years passed, and the case seemed forgotten. But in the early 2000s, advancements in forensic science brought new hope. The South Wales police reopened the file under Operation Magnum, using DNA analysis techniques that didn't exist in 1973. They re-examined carefully preserved evidence samples from the crime scenes, and a clear DNA profile was extracted. The lead pointed to Joseph Kappen, a local man who had worked as a nightclub bouncer and factory worker, with a history of minor crimes and violent behavior. Kappen had died of lung cancer in 1990 at the age of 49. To confirm, the police took an unusual step. They obtained permission to exhume Kappen's grave in the middle of the night in 2002, to avoid attention from the media and public. The DNA from his remains matched perfectly with the samples from the crime scenes. The truth was revealed. Joseph Kappen was the one responsible for those horrific crimes. Although he couldn't be brought to trial, the victims' families finally had answers, albeit belatedly. The Saturday Night Strangler case left a profound mark on British criminal history. It emphasized the value of preserving evidence and the power of DNA technology, which has helped solve countless cold cases worldwide. For Swansea, it was a reminder of life's fragility and the importance of community vigilance. The police were praised for their persistence, and the memory of Sandra, Geraldine, and Pauline is still cherished, 3 young girls taken too soon, but their story is a testament to the hope that justice, though delayed, will eventually arrive.